Welcome to JetSetSpray.com, your experts in hydraulic spray systems. Hi, I'm Nikki with JetSet, and in today's video, we are going to cover priming the 7100 pump. I have with me Adam from JetSet.
Yep, so I'm here with the 7100 Nikki, and I'm going to show you how to prime it. This pump comes standard in all of our jetpack systems, or our JP systems, and it has max output of 1 cc. They're gravity fed in our systems, and we sell them either a system with one pump on one manifold, or multiple pumps on individual manifolds so that they can be activated individually or on their own, or we can put three together and you can fire all three at the same time. So we're here with one, and we're just going to show you how to prime one pump all by itself. So we've got the air lines hooked up, and we're firing this pump off of our standard timer, which we've got hooked up to a controller box here that Nikki's going to turn on in a second for us. This is our supply line, so we're going to plug in our supply line, and then when Nikki activates the timer, I'm going to lead the Schrader valve inside the 802 to get the lubricant flowing. I've got the pump all the way open. We got to make sure our pump's always all the way open. So if you can see the green line, we know we're in good shape. So go ahead and turn that on, Nikki. So after the pump starts to stroke, I'm simply going to pulse. I'm going to pulse my Allen wrench in here, and you can use either a 5/30 seconds or a 4mm Allen, works perfect. And as soon as I see lube or your fluid coming out, you go ahead and plug in your nozzle. And now you've got to wait for the nozzle to fill up, and we can see the water coming out.
What do those bubbles mean?
Yep. So there's air bubbles. There's air bubbles in our line, and that's because there was air in the pump. So as the pump is priming itself, we should be able to follow those air bubbles all the way up and out.
Okay.
If we get to a point where the bubble's not moving, then we know something's clogged up, and you're probably going to want to unplug your nozzle, re-bleed the Schrader valve in the 802 body, and then plug it back in and let it go again. But we can see all the bubbles, and we can follow them. I don't know if the camera can see that.
So it's a good thing that we can follow them all the way out.
Yep, so
Great.
we just want to make sure they're always going in the right direction. And if you weren't using our timer, or depending on the control you had to use, you're using to fire the pump, you might not be able to sit here and just let it go. If you had a limit switch, you'd have to continually be activating the limit switch, or if you had a proc switch, we'd have to obviously activate those switches somehow. But we can see it. We can see the lubricant still coming. Looks like we're about here, and we've still got some air bubbles back here, but they will slowly.
Is it typical to have a
out.
lot of bubbles, or?
Yep. The first time we prime the nozzles, there's always going to be a lot of air in there, so don't worry about that at all. But once you get it all primed, you should be able to work all those bubbles right out of the system. So the 7100 pump does take quite a bit longer to prime than the 9100 pump, but that's because of the piston inside and the overall bore of the pump only pushing 1 cc through there. There's not a whole lot of fluid coming out, so it takes a little bit of time to work it. And we could fire it faster to prime it, but for video's sake, we'll let it keep running. We're almost there. Oh, there we go. We sped it up a little bit for you.
The magic of television.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's moving.
Yep, so we can see it coming. Oh, there we go. So now you can see our spray pattern's not fantastic, but it's still because we have the air in the lines, and as we get all the bubbles, you can see them all.
So once the bubbles are out, the stream will be more steady.
We'll get a real nice pattern. Yep. So there you go. So now the pump's primed, and it doesn't look like we have any more air bubbles.
Looks nice and clean.
So go ahead and shut that off, Nikki. So that's it. That's priming the 7100 pump, and again, you need to be patient with it because it's a small pump, so it's going to take a little bit longer to prime. And you have to keep in mind, depending on how far your nozzle is from the pump, is going to take more time to prime. So if you have shorter nozzles, they're going to prime quicker, as opposed to if you're 8 foot away from the system. So that's it.
And there you have it, everyone. That is how you prime the 7100 JetSet pump. Thank you, Adam.